Good morning. Okay, I know we have a couple more people joining us, so I'm gonna wait a minute. I know that like if nobody's working on a Friday morning, especially from home, sometimes it's a little more of a rough thing to get up.
Yep.
So I can always attest to that. So give me 1 second. Okay,
what do we need for this workout?
You need a resistance band. So you can do a longer resistance band that's closed, like it would look like a closed resistance band, kind of like this, or you can do the ones with the handles. Either way, it works.
Okay, I don't know what I have.
We're supposed to have 2 more people, but let's just go ahead and get started with a warm up right now. And then if they join, they join. If not, well, then it's just us this morning. All right, sound good?
Yep.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do today is first, I'm just going to have you guys set up to where I can see you fully.
I'm going to try to put this in a better spot.
Take your time. Just as how you need to. You're going to go ahead and do a forward, kind of almost like a diagonal stepping lunge, so it's not straight in front of you, but it's diagonal. Bring that knee all the way to the ground and lean back. Come up and come back.
Sam, you want to help me make breakfast?
Down, back. Really get a nice stretch in that hip flexor, but also you are getting that blood flowing here. Again, keeping the heel and the toe on the ground. I realized I was playing classical music before this, so I need to change it in just a moment, but that's not going to be good enough for this workout today. All right, now from here, I'm going to have you come up, hands up. You're going to reach down, touch the opposite toe, come up, opposite toe.
Daddy.
Also, if you guys don't mind turning off your audio real quick.
Yeah, sorry, that would be my
But if
children.
you have any questions or anything, please let me know, of course. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and do some windmills. Yeah, I can see you, Jim. You're good. And other way. All right, from here, we're gonna do some nice stepping high knees. Nice and high, get as high as you can. All right, from here, we're gonna take this knee up, out, and down. This is gonna open those hips here. You're gonna do all on one side for me, give me 5 each side. And then all the other side. And 5. All right. I'm gonna change my music real quick from classical music. We don't need that today. All right. So what we're gonna do today is again on a timer, so you guys don't have to worry about counting. And can you guys still hear me okay with the music? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Cool, awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do is a 30 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest. We're gonna go through this 4 times. It's gonna be core and upper body. So the first whole thing we're gonna be doing is in plank position. You're gonna need your resistance band here. You're gonna have it about shoulder distance apart. So if you have an extra long resistance band, it's gonna kind of look like it's hanging out here. You're gonna go and plank on the floor with that same distance. Feet a little bit wider, because you're gonna turn, come up to T for me, turn, and come up to T. The second one we're gonna be doing is going to be plank blast off. So leaving this here, plank position, crouch down, knees not touching the ground, come up, blast off, back down, come up, blast off. And then the last one is going to be up, down planks. You guys have done this before. Move that resistance band out of the way. You're gonna be up in plank, come down on your hands, come up again. Now, if you wanna do these on your knees, please feel free to do all of these on your knees, just making sure you're keeping those toes on the ground. And again, we're gonna go through all this 4 times. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? No? All right. Well then let's get started here. So everybody start in that plank position. Are we ready? And begin. Make sure you're turning with your legs as well for this, not just your torso. So you're turning those hips up towards the sky as well. Got about 10 seconds here. And stop for me. All right, we have 10 seconds, and then we're gonna do plank blast off. So you can move those resistance bands out of the way. And begin. Start in plank position. Crouch down, come out, blast off. Make sure you're breathing through this. Three seconds. And stop for me. All right, next up is gonna be the up down planks here. Again, you can do these on your knees, just make sure your toes are touching the ground. And begin. Make sure you're alternating, so if you go up on the right, go back down on the right, and then come up on the left, go back down on the left. Five seconds. And stop for me. All right, ready to go again? We have the plank to T. So ignore me coming up to the screen and being a creeper here. Go ahead and begin. Beautiful, guys. As you're transitioning here, if you want to go ahead and try to keep that butt down. Good, take your time with this. These look awesome, Christy. Beautiful, Katie. Awesome, Jan. And stop for me. All right, next up is plank blast offs. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and begin for me. We're gonna really feel it in the shoulders this round. Beautiful, guys. Make sure if you need a break, just go ahead and hang out in plank for me. You got 5 seconds. And stop. All right, up down planks are next. I know that sometimes these can be the harder ones. So if you want to leave your feet a little bit wider, if you're doing them on your toes, it'll help you rocking so much throughout the body. Go ahead and begin. And if you're doing them on your knees, really focus on keeping that butt down. So Jim, go ahead and shift forward for me a little bit. There you go. Good. Remember, take your time. This is at your own pace. Good. Katie, shift that butt down. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop for me. All right, we are done with round 2. All right, you guys ready for round 3? Yeah, all right. And begin, plank to T. This is probably one of my favorite ones. The more tension you put here in between the band, it's gonna really make it harder for you to go up into that T position. We're gonna open up that chest. You're gonna feel a pull through the shoulders and through the chest there, as well as an extra tension on the core because you're making it harder on yourself. And stop for me. All right, plank blast offs. Who's feeling it in the quads yet? Oh yeah. And begin. Make it a good blast off, guys. So crouch down, make sure it's feeling like you're getting that powder, like not powder, like you're loading up and then you're exploding out in the plank. Make sure it's nice and quick and precise. 5 seconds here. And stop for me. All right, up, down plank, last one of this round. I know that shoulder burn's gonna come because we are doing all plank this round. And begin. Awesome. Katie, shift that butt down for me. Beautiful, guys. Christy, do the same. Just shift forward just a tiny bit. Good. Good. You guys are doing awesome. Jim, shift that butt down if you can. Three, 2, and 1. We have one more round. All right, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, and begin. All right, 3 seconds. Keep it up, guys. And stop. All right, plank black stops are next. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Make sure when you're coming out to plank, you're not leaving your butt up here. We're sinking down, not letting the hips sink down and like a curved back, but nice straight plank. Those shoulders, hips, knees, and toes are all in a line. And stop for me. All right, up, down planks. Last one, guys. And begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. All right, guys, we have a minute before we go ahead and move on to our next things. I promise I won't be as mean to the shoulders on this round as mean. All right, so the next one up, you're gonna wanna go ahead and put your resistance band behind you. Almost gonna kind of look like a shaw, like you're kind of holding it like this, coming out here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start out in boat position. So what I mean by that is your shoulder blades are gonna come off the ground, and so are your feet. You're just gonna hold there. The next part is going to be leave your feet up in the ground, feet off the ground. As you come up, hands go in. As you come back, hands go out. Up and back out. Now I really want you to tuck your hips before you go up into this with your feet, because I want that lower back to stay on the ground as well. Next thing we're going to be doing is a bicep curl with it. So if you have the handles, that makes it easy. If not, you can always hold just like this and curl up. Ignore that timer for me. And then we're going to go ahead and do next a laying leg drop. Doop, doop, doop. See if I can get my resistance band removed. All right, so we're going to do put the resistance band in your hands. It goes around your feet, just like so. Bring the shoulder blades off the ground. Only go as long as your lower back stays on the ground. This is going to help you keep your legs as straight as possible, because the more you bend your legs, the more you bend your feet, the easier it is for that resistance band to smack back Please don't do that. It's not gonna feel good. All right, guys. Do we have any questions before we begin? No? All right. Are we ready? Set. And begin. Go ahead and back. Start in that boat position. As you come up, hands go in. As you come back down, hands go out. Good. Up off the ground, just moving through the upper body here. Now, you're not going all the way into a sit-up, but you're going to bring your shoulder blades more off the ground. So they're only like top of your shoulder blades are off the ground right now. As you go up, all of the shoulder blade comes off the ground. There you go. It's a small movement. Now, if you're having trouble keeping your legs off the ground, go ahead and tap them as you go back down. Come up and stop, or come up and bring them in the air. Go ahead and stop for me. Bicep curls with the resistance band. You guys ready? Come on up for me. Stand on up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Remember, fingertips face you as you bring it up. There you go. Awesome. Beautiful. I love that I have headless torsos here. It looks kind of funny. All right, we got 12 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop for me. All right, next up is the lying leg drop. Again, I want that resistance band in the middle of your feet. That way it has a less chance of snapping back at you. And again, keep your feet flexed so it looks flat. Go ahead and begin whenever you are ready. Lying leg drops, both at the same time. That band is to help you keep your legs straight here. You want to keep them as straight as possible. And again, only go as low, only drop your legs as low as long as your lower back is staying on the ground here. If you're still struggling with that, take your shoulder blades off the ground. 7 seconds. You guys are doing awesome. And stop for me. All right, back on over. The chest flying plus a boat hold. And begin.
Hey, Ashley.
Yes, ma'am.
On those laying leg drops,
Yes.
where do you hold, where are your arms? Like,
Beside you. If you want to lay them on the ground, if you want to keep them by your chest, that's perfectly fine. However you want to do it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right. 10 more seconds, guys. Beautiful. Remember, those feet are only slightly off the ground. Go ahead and stop for me. All right, 5 seconds. And begin bicep curls. Beautiful. All right, we are at 3, 2, and 1. All right, 10 seconds here. Laying leg drops are next. I know a transition up, down. Keep that heart flowing, but blood flowing, not heart flowing. And begin. Good. Is that working for you, Christy? Okay, cool. Awesome. Beautiful Jim, beautiful Katie. These look great. And stop for me. All right, guys, round 3. You guys ready for this? How are those boat holds feeling? Are they challenging enough for you? Oh, yeah? And begin. And we're slightly off the ground. Come up, come out, up. And stop for me. All right. Moving on to the bicep curl. 2, 1, and begin. Sorry, I'll back up so you guys can see me. There you go. Make sure we're going all the way up to those shoulders here. So we're not halfway going. We're not only coming back down to here. So all the way down, all the way back up, guys. And stop. All right, leg drops. Remember, the more tension you put on this, the harder it is for your legs to bend. So you have to push against, oh, here we go. And begin. So you have to push against that resistance band. And stop for me. All right, guys, we have one more round left. How are we feeling so far? Feeling good? Yeah, awesome. And begin. Good. Katie, get your feet down a little bit for me. So like I said before, if you need to, modification for this is as you lay back, put your feet down. As you come up, bring your feet up straight as possible for those legs. Just slightly off the ground here. Awesome, Jim. Always going to be tension on that band. And stop. All right, bicep curls. And go. And the same thing, if you stand a little bit wider on this band, it's going to be a little bit more tension in the resistance band. Going to make it harder for you to come all the way up for those bicep curls. So depending on how strong your resistance band is or how wide or narrow you're standing, could be a difference on how hard this is for you. So again, you want to challenge yourself here, but not make it so challenging you're struggling by rep 3. And stop for me. All right, leg drops are last. And go. These look fantastic, guys. I'm very impressed. Straight legs, really focusing on not taking that lower back off the ground. You have 7 seconds. All right, go ahead and stop for me. All right, next up, guys, we have a kneeling single arm row. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit with one knee on your resistance band, and you're gonna bring your opposite hand, you're gonna pull up, nice high elbow here. Right here, just single arm. Next time, for the next round, we'll do the other arm and vice versa. So we'll get 2 on each side, if that makes any sense. And remember here, the more tension you get in that band, so the less room you have between your knee and your hand, the more tension, the harder it is going to be to pull that elbow nice and high. Now remember, I want you to keep your hand down, so I don't want you to pull your hand up and the elbow only comes to here. Think of it like a chicken wing. So you're bringing that elbow up here, and you're leaving the hand down. Nice straight line here. So as you come up, nice high elbow, chicken wing, come right back down. The next thing we're going to be doing here is a lot of balance and a little bit of core here. So we're going to again do all one side and then all the other on the next round. So single leg Romanian deadlift with the resistance band. So your foot is going to be on this lovely resistance band here. Slightly bend knee, come down, come back up. Usually the resistance is on the way down. This time the resistance is going to be on the way up, making sure to keep that core nice and tight. It's going to add a little bit of a challenge here. And then the last one is going to be a single arm toe touch for a pipe. So you're going to have one slightly bent knee. The other is going to come up, touch that toe. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, keep both legs completely down And again, only come up with one leg and one arm. We're gonna do all one side. The next round, we're gonna do all the other side. All right, you guys ready for this? Kneeling single arm row is first. All right, and let's begin. All right, nice high elbow. Up. Good. Now, if you guys are struggling to get your arm up here and your elbow isn't getting very high, give yourself a little less tension. So add a little bit of distance between that your hand and your knee for the resistance band. So Jim, go ahead and add a little bit more, little less tension. There you go. That looks a little better. Good. Remember, keeping that wrist down, keeping that elbow nice and high. Go ahead and stop for me. Single leg Romanian deadlift with this. And again, the more tension you put here, the more challenging it's going to be. It's kind of the fun part about resistance bands is that no matter what level you're at in fitness or no matter anything you're doing, you can always add more or less tension based off of your needs. So that always makes it really fun. Definitely telling me to work on my balance today. 2, 1, and stop for me. All right, single arm, pikes. And begin. Make sure you're inhaling at the bottom and exhaling on the way up. And stop for me. All right, do you remember what side you did last time? Because we're gonna switch sides this round. So single arm upper row. So keeping that elbow nice and high again, and keeping that wrist down. Good. And begin whenever you are ready. Good, guys. All right, 8 seconds here. Oh, sorry, 6 seconds here, not 8 seconds. 2, 1, and stop. All right, again, opposite side for that single leg Romanian deadlift. This is a big one where people notice that they are stronger in one side than the other. Go ahead and begin whenever you're ready. So if you notice that you really need a lot of balance on one side, maybe go ahead and practice with this. Maybe not during class and whatnot. Maybe take some time while you have some free time. Go ahead and practice this at home. Jim, if you want to focus on keeping your knee bent until you get all the way down and then extending it out when you get down, like extend when you get down, and then come up, tap the toe, again, bent until you get all the way down. That sometimes helps me keep balanced. Go ahead and stop for me, guys. All right, next one, opposite side for pikes. And begin. Really gonna feel the burn with this. Now, I wanna challenge you guys as well, and have you guys, I noticed that we're leaving a hand on the ground, the opposite hand on the ground while the other one is coming up. Go ahead and pull that off the ground for me. Keep it at your side, but just pull it off the ground. It'll make it a little harder for you to come all the way up. Add a little challenge to your day. Not that our days aren't already challenging. We'll have a fun challenge though. And stop for me. All right, same back on up, single arm row. Start with the same side you did same side you did the first time. So if you started with your right side the first time, go ahead and begin again whenever you are ready. Good. Good, you should be nice, feeling a nice pull through that shoulder. Good. Christy, go ahead and keep your wrist down for me. So I noticed as you're coming up, you're bringing your wrist up here. Try not to let it go past your shoulder right here, and keep that wing nice and high. Think about it like your hand is stuck right here like a chicken wing, and you're only allowed to go like this. Looks a little funny, but yeah. And stop. All right, single leg Romanian deadlifts. And begin whenever you're ready. All right, so I don't know why I always think of it like this for the single arm row, the upright rows like that. I always think of the roller skate rink when they was like, oh, I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, so kiss my butt. And then it goes into that whole song. So that's what I think of every time I do that. Just to give you a fun little tidbit. 10 seconds here. You guys are doing great. Katie, this looks awesome. Christy, that looks great. You have really improved on this. I'm so impressed. And stop for me, guys. All right, single arm pike. Five seconds. And stop for me. All right, last round, guys. Remember, if you start out with your right side, do the left side this time and vice versa. And begin. Now, add a little less tension there. I want to get that elbow nice and high here. Good, that looks beautiful. Good, Christy, that looks great. Seven seconds here. And stop for me. All right, single leg Romanian deadlift. Again, if you did the right side last time, let's do the left side this time. And if you want to stay for a second afterwards when we finish with this, I'm going to go ahead and begin, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple things that you guys can work on at home. If you have a box or if you have a sturdy bench or something like that, to help work on your ankle strength as well for stuff like this. That stability there. Take your time with this, guys. Remember, this isn't a race. Bend that knee. Really focus on stabilizing yourself. The less tension you have here, the little bit easier it might be. And stop. All right, last one, single arm pike. And begin. These look great, guys. You guys are doing awesome. Beautiful, Katie. Beautiful, Jim. Beautiful, Christy. I'm just so impressed with you guys. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right. All right, guys.